What's good, y'all? Welcome to my review for Malignant. I just finished watching the movie on HBO Max. Yes, I did not go to the theater this time to watch this film, and I'll tell you guys why in a second. Now, Malignant, I was originally just gonna skip. I wasn't gonna watch this film or nothing, because, I was like, whatever. I think I saw the poster of it maybe when I went to theater to chat Shang-Chi. I might have saw like maybe a trailer of it or like a poster of it on my Twitter somewhere. I knew of this film, but I just didn't really have any interest in watching. I was like, oh, James Wan, horror, Conjuring, whatever. I wasn't really caring, especially now considering I'm limited on the amount of movies I can watch while I'm here at the theater. So I was gonna just skip it. Like, yes, I know it's shocking, coming from the guy who loves horror, that I wasn't instantly running towards the theater to watch *Malignant* because it's James Wan. He directed *The Conjuring* horror. I honestly have not seen any of the Conjuring films. The only Conjuring movie I've seen in the universe was the first Annabelle movie that came out. What was that, like 2016? Is when the first Annabelle movie came out, which I thought was fine, but nothing really to write home about. So, but after this film, I am going to watch The Conjuring, at least The Conjuring 1 for Halloween, on Halloween this year, because I fucking love this film. But anyway, so like I said, I was going to skip this film. I wasn't going to watch it. And then then I saw a tweet from Alex from High Toss Films singing its praises. I was like, all right, fine. It's on HBO Max. I got HBO Max. Fuck it, I'll watch it this weekend. So today, on Friday, I got my homework done. I sat down. I didn't watch a trailer. I didn't look at the synopsis. Nothing. I just opened up HBO Max on my TV and then just looked at the movie and hit play. So yeah, and like I said before, this movie was fucking amazing. Like, this was definitely I'm like, y'all might remember if you guys watched my Aquaman review when that movie came out. Like, what was that, 3 or 4 years ago when Aquaman came out? I think I mentioned something along the lines of like, can James Wan stop directing horror movies and do more superhero movies? I would like to retract that statement. Kindly keep directing horror movies, James Wan. You're fucking amazing at it. And two, he also co-wrote Saw. So, which obviously makes me a very happy man, because you guys know how much I fucks with Saw. But yeah, man, I fucking love this movie. This movie was entertaining, gory as hell, especially around the end. And man, it was overall a great time, man. So let's just jump right in, boys. So, the movie is, of course, directed, as I mentioned before, by James Wan and stars Annabella Wallace, Ingrid Baisus, I don't know, I'm probably butchering that name, McKenna Grace, Handy Hansen, and many more. And the plot of *Malignant* is: paralyzed by fear from shocking visions, Madison's torment worsens as she discovers her waking dreams are terrifying realities. First thing I gotta say and give props to is Annabelle Wallis. I think her performance throughout the whole film was fantastic. She was amazing throughout the entire film, man. Especially when we get to the horror shit, and she starts getting the visions and all that shit. Her performance is fucking fantastic, man. Absolutely great shit, man. Now, one thing I definitely gotta say, that one thing I loved about the film is, first off, I loved how the environments change when she starts to get the visions, and like the environment around her dissolves into and rearranges itself into the environment it currently is. And it's very much reminded me of like Silent Hill, when you see the rust start to take over the environments. It was very much akin to Silent Hill, and I fucking loved that about this film. I thought that was so cool. I don't know if James wanted that on purpose, if the man likes Silent Hill or not, but either way, I thought that was cool. Another thing I loved is the cinematography in this film was really great. There was this amazing sweeping shot where Madison is getting chased by the killer, and she's running up the stairs to get a sweep. You also get probably one of my favorite shots was this overhead view where she's running through various rooms and running around her house, and it's overhead like she's a rat going through a maze. It looked absolutely amazing, man. So shout out to the cinematographer and shout out to James Wan, man. That looked absolutely amazing. I love that shot there. The score I also thought was pretty good as well. But without a doubt, the highlight of the film, that I would say is worth the price of admission alone, ladies and gentlemen, are the kills. You can tell that this came from the director of Saw, because oh boy, is this film bloody. And y'all know how much I love my gore in my horror films. You know I love seeing them neck snaps, them knife wounds, them impalements, decapitations. Y'all know I love that shit. And this film did not disappoint, ladies and gentlemen. You got heads getting caved in, bones being broken through the skin, necks snapped, fucking stabbing, gruesome stabbings. Like, yo, the Cal Scouts got kind of a little creative at points. Like I said, you could tell this came from the guy that directed Saw, because there were some creative kills in here too. But yeah, man, the kills look absolutely amazing. They were very fun. And I was sitting there eating my hot dogs and whatever popcorn I had left, and I was enjoying. I was like, oh, but yeah, man. And I don't know how much of this movie was CGI or they predominantly used practical effects for the gore and shit. But either way, man, they looked amazing. And there were many times where I was like, oh, from just how graphic the kills were and how gruesome they are. Because, man, that was awesome. And another thing I really did love about this film, and I'm going to try and do it, and not going to get into spoilers, but I loved how this movie comes off. This movie I think uses camp very well, which I think is probably why, because I'm looking at the Google page right now, and it's like the review scores and everything have not been so high. Like it's like a 67% of people like the movie, 74% on Rotten Tomatoes, 50% on Metacritic. I actually watched both Jeremy Johns and Chris Stuckman's reviews of this film before I recorded my own, and Chris was loving, but Jeremy Johns was kind of a little more iffy about the film. And I think it's because this movie kind of does not really take itself that seriously, and it definitely comes off more campy, because you have like the killer doing fucking parkour off a fucking balcony or something, and the cop is trying to follow him down there, and the killer like just throws himself onto this trash can, rolls out to break his fall and gets in, and then the cop does the exact same thing. How he didn't break at least a couple ribs, I do not know, and continues to chase. And then you have the entire last 10-20 minutes, which is basically like a graphic 80s slasher film. It's like one of the more ridiculous fucking Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street sequels, just how absurd it gets with the kills and everything. And the way it's shot like the action scenes in fucking Aquaman. And I'm like, yo, James Wan, this ain't Aquaman 2. Why are you going so hard on these action scenes? They looked absolutely amazing, and just especially when you see the creature and everything and how it moves and everything, it's absolutely fucking absurd. But I was loving every fucking second of it. And I think that's probably one of the best parts of this film, is that this movie comes off, and James Wan himself mentioned this on his fucking Facebook or whatever, that he wanted this to be like some back at the video store 80s horror film you find there, And I think he got that look overall down patch really well, man. And I thought that was a nice change of pace from the traditional horror films we usually see nowadays. Which also, one other thing I want to talk about, like I said, I won't go into spoilers, is I love what the film does around the latter half, as we find out more about Madison's past and what's really going on with the visions and everything. I thought what they did there was really cool and interesting, and it was something I really enjoyed. That definitely elevated my enjoyment of the film a lot higher from where I was around the beginning of the film. So that was pretty cool. Like I said, the practical effects work, the gore and everything looked absolutely amazing, man. Like legit, if you were like me, you like that gory Saw shit, you like your gore and your horror films, Malignant has you covered, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, man, that's really all I gotta say in terms of positives. Really, the only thing negative I have to say about the film is that outside of Madison, the characters aren't exactly Last of Us quality. But like I said, with this type of horror film, you're not exactly coming in here for fucking Last of Us caliber characters. You're here for gory kills. So, but I will say that much, that the characters aren't really much to write home about outside Madison. Madison I thought was pretty good, and like I said, Annabelle Wallis gave an amazing performance in this film. So yeah, man, that's really all I gotta say about Malignant. I highly recommend you guys check this movie out if you are, of course, like me. You like your horror films. You especially like your gory horror films. If you like slasher movies, this is basically a modern-day slasher film. That's basically what Malignant is. It is an 80s slasher film with way better effects and more graphic kills. Because man, they get fucking crazy with the kills, man. And yeah, man, the whole last 10 to 20 minutes is worth the price of admission alone. So you guys got it. So if you guys have the theaters are open near you, you got HBO Max, check this movie out, man. You will definitely enjoy. You will definitely have a good time. We'll watch it if you're like me and you enjoy your horror films. So yeah, man. Overall, I'm gonna give Malignant a 9.5 out of 10, guys. So yeah, leave your thoughts down below in the comments below. What you guys saw of the film? Did you love it? You hate it? Leave it all down below in the comments, guys. And hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like, if you did, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you like it. Links down in the description box below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time.
She